Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Hello and welcome to my studio. It's Lorette, the Vintage Paper Girl. I want to wish each and every one of you a Happy New Year. It's the first day of 2022. Wow, that's a mouthful. Moving on to the new year with new projects and new. So I want to welcome each and every one of you for stopping in today. I hope you're going to have a little play with me on the first day of the new year. We're going to do a fun little project. How many times can I say new in a video? Anyway, I decided to come on today and do a project with you for a little bit. And then I have to go and take down all my Christmas. That's tradition for us. So the first of every year, down comes all the Christmas. Day after Thanksgiving, it all goes up and then it all comes down. So today we're going to have a little play with all kinds of things here. And we're also going to do a little chat. So we're going to be playing with postcards, digital papers, old mailer envelopes, and napkins, and we'll see how far we get as to what projects we actually get done. So I'm going to move these aside for a minute because I do want to share a few things with you that I finished up or changed or did differently. Now, if you remember this little folded notebook, well, I wanted to show you that I went back and I added a word to each of the pockets. I glued in all of the pages, which seem to be doing very well. I put in little tags that I backed with parchment paper, and the parchment paper is a printer paper. It's not the kind that you bake with. So again, this is coffee dyed paper. I did add another little card and I backed that. I added a word. I flip it over here. We have another pocket, a word, and another little tag that's backed. And I hadn't glued in the papers, I think, the last time I showed you. So I wanted to give you a little update on this project. This was so incredibly fun, and I got so many kind comments. Thank you, everyone, for all your wonderful comments on this. This was probably one of the funnest things I've made. Well, I've liked everything I've made lately, which is great, because sometimes you do a project, you think it's going to be fabulous, and you're like, not so fun, or you didn't really enjoy it, or it just didn't come out the way you thought. But this one actually did. So I want to share that with you. I also want to share with you my clutch tag holder that I worked on the other day. I had part 1 and part 2, and I told you it was finished. Well, as you know me, it's not, because I've added a little cluster, a flower, some pearls, a bow, a little butterfly with some more pearls. I added more lace to the flap. I added a little bow and pearl, and I added a bulb pin, which is a garment pin, and I've put a couple little charms and a little vintage bell. And I took off that red tie. I did not like it. It was bothering the heck out of me. I did, however, add Velcro so that I could keep it closed. And here it is completed. As you can see, I have added a label. I used a die cut. I had a little butterfly, some pearls. Over here I added a word, pearls, and a butterfly. I added lace across the bottom, which wasn't there before. And on my tags, I added some ribbon. I added pearls and lace to the bottom of my big tags. And I inked around and put corners and tagged a lot of the ephemera that came with the kit. I didn't add lace and pearls to every single one. I decided to keep those very neutral. They have a neutral back for writing, so there wasn't really a lot I needed to do there. But I did fill up the pockets with all the goodies from the kit. So I wanted to share that with you. So that piece is completed, completely done, and ready to go into my shop at some point. I won't put anything in my shop to the new year, possibly the first week. But before I do it, I will do an Etsy shop update, letting you know what's going to be in the shop and when you can find it. Okay, so that's coming up. That's all done. I did want to get back to this. I still plan to do this large pocket. All of you requested it pretty much without fail. Everybody said they'd like to see this done. And so I'll be doing a video on that hopefully in the next week or so. I have so many projects now in front of it that, I keep pushing it back. So I've got to leave this on my desk where I can see it so I can pull out the papers and get it ready to go. So that is coming right up. And when I do that one, I'm just going to show you the base and maybe cutting the big pocket, but I won't do all the rest of it. I just have to decide what paper do I want to cut. You know how difficult that is. Then I had a little a little Amazon share. I was looking for my Tim Holtz clips. I have some in silver, couldn't find them anywhere. So I went online and I looked at Tim Holtz clips and the price was crazy for 6 of them. It was nuts. So for half the price, I got 100 of these tiny little clips to use on my ephemera. And I used a lot of these during my Christmas tag challenge. And when I did that, I used white ones, which now I may go back. And as you can see, I used these little white tags. So, white clips. So I'll probably be going back and putting some of these on there, but they gave me 100 of these. So I may bag some up and sell some in my shop for those of you, at a really reasonable amount and price. So that, and this came off Amazon. It's not by any particular company. I think this is one of those Amazon choices. And all it has is a little thing here. And it says 100 pieces metal hinge clips. So you can look that up if you would like. And they're 22 milliliter or 8.7 inches. So they're just the right size for crafting, I think. They're not mini, but they're not huge. They do open pretty wide. So you do get a good mouth there. All right, so I thought I'd share those with you. And then I still have some more coming in. I ordered it all together. It was all supposed to arrive together. And then now I'm getting everything in separate bags, as you know. So I ordered some deco paper. These are for decoupage and using in your ephemera. And it is all kinds. Some of these are, oh goodness. These look like they're little vellum stickers. Of course, not everyone's going to get used by me. So I may package them up and sell off what I don't want, because there's like I think this was the 650 pieces or something like that. It doesn't say, it just says new stickers. That's all it says on it. Because it's, again, when I put in for Tim Holtz things, this is what came up. So you have all kinds of vintage looking little papers and cards to use here. So I am really excited about these for collage. I really want to get into collage this year. That may or may not be something that you see. I don't know if you guys are interested in seeing that or not. Maybe if it's a collage I'm going to make ephemera out of, you would want to see it. But anyway, this was the first one. I ordered 2 different kinds of packs. I'm not sure what's coming in the next one. And then I ordered a bunch of Tim Holtz corners and things, to make journals and stuff. So my goal this year is to get some journals or journal covers made. My goal is I would like to get, I have so many fabrics and so many things and papers to use. I would like to make some journal covers this year and just sell journal covers for those of you who don't want to make a cover, you want something lacy, or you want something, to put your journal in. You want to do the inside, but maybe covers are not your thing, and I love making the covers, so I'm thinking, we'll do that. So I want to share that with you on this new day of the new year. And now I think we'll get busy. We're going to be doing some gluing, so I'm going to pop some of this. This is a deli paper, I believe, and I'm going to make a mess. I'm not sure how much I need to cover. We'll just kind of set that there, and we'll see how we're going to go. I've cleared my whole desk. I'm real proud of myself. I do need to kind of clean up the front of it a bit and reorganize, but I'll do that when, I get into the studio repair after Christmas is down. Now, the thing I want to do is, how when you get a digital kit, for those of you who buy digital kits, and you use a lot of the papers, but there's always a few you don't get to or you don't use, and you think, what am I going to do with these? So I saw this on a video, one of the mini that I watched in the middle of the night, and what I'm going to do is I am going to cover them with napkins. So I have a big pack of napkins here. What I'm going to do is I want to make ephemera, cards, tags, different things using the napkins. Now, we all do napkin play, and napkin play is easy. I personally like to use a glue stick. I've had great luck with it. If I feel like it was going to be on something like, say, a cover, then yeah, I would put some matte medium on the front of it. But if I don't feel like it's something I'm going to, you know, do a ton with, and I don't worry about sealing it. Now that's really big, but I want it big for a reason. I want it to cover the whole page. So I think what we'll do is we'll see if this is going to be easy and if I can do it without the tape. These are the Dollar Tree napkins, and a lot of times, you know, you just barely touch them and the layers fall apart. But these look like they're pretty... Oh, I got it, I think. I usually could do it with my fingernails, but a lot of times I have to use the tape trick. This is just a 2-ply. I believe it says right on it. Great. Napkins, serviettes. It doesn't say. A lot of times it'll tell you what the ply is on that. These came from Dollar Tree. So I do save these. They can be used for a million different things. You can stamp on them. You can make your own napkins that you can glue. There's just all kinds of projects. It doesn't look like there's a third. I'm going to say there is not. No, there's no third. No, because I can see right through that. So I think it's, yeah, it's pretty sheer. You can see the check through it. Now I want to decide which way. This looks like up. I think what I want to do is to take my scissors. I'll lay that down there a little bit. And then I don't need all of this. And yes, I could use my water pen. In fact, thank you for reminding me. I heard someone yelling, use your water pen. Here it is. I've got it here. I'll put that up there on my desk. I don't need it for this, though. I want the edges to be fairly straight. If I wanted them ripped, you bet I would. The torn look, you know. So now this will go in my little scrap bag for projects, or we may use it on something we're doing today. There's a reason I'm doing the whole entire sheet over the cover of this, over this whole sheet. I'm trying to decide which way to go with this to get it on here, you know. All right, so like I said, I'm gonna use glue stick. I did pull out a brand new one because this one's about to be up, and I think I'll probably finish the living daylights out of it today. And, oh, wrong side. Oh, I'm so used to gluing on the back. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's fix that. I need to get one of my little wipes here. I don't want to glue it to the paper behind me either. So let's see if we can wipe some of that glue off. So not used to gluing on this side. No, that's sticky, darn it. Let's move it over. So I think I'm going to do it half at a time. And I'm pushing down really hard on my glue stick to get a lot because I want it to be very heavy. Now I find this glue stick works very, very, very well on napkins. In fact, so much so, once it's down, it's down. There's no moving it. You can't pick it back up. You can't. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna be sticky. This is the greatest glue stick, I swear. All right, so it doesn't really matter which way I put it on because this has no direction and this does, but that doesn't. So what I want to do, oh, be careful. See what I was saying? Let me grab one of my cards. Excuse my arm. I got two. I forgot. Gonna need a little card. And I'm going to lightly put it down. Then I'll go back over it in just a minute. I'm going to go as far as wherever my glue went. Okay, now I'm going to go back gently. Got a raspy voice today. Sorry about that. It's kind of cold and foggy. Oh, here comes the sun. Yay! Foggy, cloudy this morning. Has been kind of cold at night in the 30s. We were supposed to get a hard freeze after our last rain, but luckily it did not happen. We were supposed to drop into the teens, which is never good for California plants and where we live because it's not a cold weather area. We have palm trees and things here, so they don't like the freeze, the frost. None of my plants like that. My bougainvilleas don't like it. So I'm about to use up this entire glue stick. Yay. Yay and no, you know. Don't let that happen. I didn't think it would flop down already. Eek, eek, eek. Oh, up. Okay. I haven't done this in a while, guys. Sorry. Usually once I get going, I've got it down and, you know, I'm doing all right. I do not mind wrinkles. I love the wrinkles. I feel like it gives me dimension. If you have a brayer, you could use that. I did get one for Christmas. Let me see. What did I do with my brand new, haven't used yet brayer? I got it with my jelly plate. And this was on recommendation of Amy at Crafty Cat. She recommended this one. It was on her Amazon page. So I'm going to use my brayer because I want to get a pretty good, without ripping it. This has a very soft roller. Unlike, I have some that are just rock hard, and a lot of times I end up ripping my paper. So there we go. Okay, this first one's done. We'll go back and we're going to do something with this. You're going to be very surprised. Okay, I'm going to hold that on. Wait a minute. I'm going to put that off to the side and let her dry. I also love the texture of the paper when it dries, and I saw a couple of things I wanted to kind of, also the stiffness that comes with the Scotch. I did open a new Scotch Create glue stick. Multi-purpose, fast bond, less mess, non-toxic, acid-free, photo safe, paper and fabric. Bonds to paper and fabric. So, all right, that's the first one. Now, this next one, I'm going to use, this one's got some words, so I do want some pretty flowers. Now, I'm very blessed that when I purchase my, a lot of my goodies, if the store I purchased from has napkins, they will give me some pretty little free napkins. And so, along with sometimes the ones I buy. So I'm looking, sorry about the, hold on, make it quick, rip it off there. I got these from Truly Unique Shop, these napkins right here. Some are thank yous and some I bought. I bought the printed ones, and then she sent me some pretty little freebies. I want to see what's in my freebies to see what I could use. So this is the Truly Unique on Etsy. Ooh, look at this one. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty, you guys. Going to be doing some blue projects this year. Blue florals. You know, I've been working with a lot of pink. I'm ready to move on to some blue. So let me see if I can separate these on my own, or if I'm going to need to do my, I should say, Gail's tape trick. She's the first one I ever saw do it. I don't know if anybody did it before her, but Gail Augustinelli, she's the first one I ever saw do this. Okay. I love these little mini napkins. These are adorable. I think they're called tea napkins. Now, the question is, do I want to cut around, or do I just want to glue the whole thing on? And I'm thinking, oops, there's another layer here. I could see it. There it is. I do not want to rip this. I think I'm going to glue the whole thing on because I do want to make some journaling cards or tags out of it. Ooh, there we go. Yay, it came off. We're good. We're all good. Let me see. I'm going to put it right in the middle of the print here. You can no longer read the digital. Well, that's good, but you can just see a little bit of print through there. Oh my gosh, I love this. As much as I would love to fussy cut these out, I want the blue in the background. I just absolutely do. So this is a really good way to use up those digitals from kits that you have that maybe you just didn't need. Oh, yeah, that's right. You just didn't need it for that project. And I had some of these left over from my last project, so I thought, well, I am just going to glue some napkins on here because I want to save it. I want to use it. Oh, ever your dear friend Eleanor, my favorite auntie, my dad's oldest sister, his big sister who died at 97 was Eleanor. Wow. I just adored her. She kind of stepped up when my mom passed away and would talk to me and advise me. We'd spend hours. My husband worked night shift, so she was a night owl, and no one knew that. She said she kept it to herself because she worked on a ranch, so she got early hours, but she had a lot of trouble sleeping at night. She had arthritis and things from working so hard her whole entire life. She was a ranch wife. That one's done. Into the trash you go. So we would chat at night. So my Auntie Eleanor, this one's for you. She would have loved this. So here we are, brand new Scotch Create. I'm going to use some of the new glue because it probably is a lot stickier than the old glue. Oh. Yeah, she loved roses. She had a beautiful rose garden up the side of the driveway, which I emulated in one of my homes. I put a rose garden up the side of my driveway like her. I saw her do it, and I thought, oh, I love that. And so when we bought our first home down here where we live, we left the big city, San Jose, and we left San Jose, California, and moved to a small town to raise the kids in a safer, cleaner environment. And as soon as I got an opportunity, I invested in some good stock roses, and they became prize-winning roses. They were just gorgeous, but that was in honor of her. I don't mind if there's wrinkles. I like that because, you know, a lot of times I'll put ink over this to age it up. Let's get our little brayer. I don't know that that works any better. I've seen a number of people use a brayer, so I thought, well, I'll try it. I'm always looking for new techniques, new tips, things, you know, I have what I like to do, but I don't mind trying someone else's to see if I like it, but I'm really happy with normally how I do this, but the brayer idea seemed reasonable to me. Okay, so let's go like this. I did go crooked and off, but that's all right. In fact, it's got a big old bubble over here where it didn't catch, where I didn't get enough glue. Yep, I completely missed the glue on that side. I guess I didn't think I was going that far over or that far down. I actually like the wrinkles, so yay. I'm going to keep those. Texture and age, we're going to let that dry. We'll cut those up and back them in a little bit. Now, I have one more digital piece here that I haven't used, and I want to do something with that. So this one, oh my, I went to open it and guess what? Look, it came right off its backing. Oh, how lucky can you get? I got this as a thank you with a purchase, and I believe I got this from my dear friend Gail when I bought some paper kits from her. I was lucky enough one time to grab stuff, so I think now this one, I'm definitely going to do some, what do you want to call it? Collaging. But I am thinking with that collage, now I have an option to collage with papers and napkins. So let me grab my, you know, my bag of goodies I use all the time that has all kinds of things in it. I think today is going to call for that because we're doing a little bit of collaging. You know, let me move all my, watch me knock these 100 little clips on the floor. And then you're going to hear bad adult words. No, I won't. I'm trying not to say bad adult words. That would be horrible. Hold on a minute. I'm going to clean, hold please. I clean off my desk so I have a place to put the drying papers. There we are. Excuse my chair. Oh, but if I don't get it up to the table, I'm going to fall down and hurt myself. So we don't want that. Not a good way to start your new year. I'd like to get a little of that on there. I definitely want some music paper. And I probably want book page. These are pretty scrappy, so I don't know how much. There's not a lot of real words here, but we could put a few on there, right? What do I have? Oh, I got a few little words we could add to this, right? Okay. don't want to add too many. So what I'm thinking is I'll glue these on first, and then we'll cut out some pieces to put on there. Let's make sure there's no bad words, because believe it or not, even their dictionary, sometimes there's some really words that you just don't want on your pretty little vintage looking digital, right? On your project. So how are you all? What are you doing on this first new day of the year? Are you putting away your Christmas? Is it already gone? Are you playing in your studios? What kinds of plans do you guys have for this year? Are you crafty plans? You know, are you going to do more journals? Are you going to collage? Are you going to start journaling? Maybe this is the time that you're going to begin your journaling career. I'd love to hear what you're planning for your new 2022 creative life. That really intrigues me. I would love to find out what you plan to do, you know, this year. And I've shared some of my plans with you, but not all of them, of course. Because some of them you'll just see when I start. But for those of you that don't have videos, if you have a video channel, YouTube channel, let me know what you're going to be doing with your channels. What are your plans for this year? Are you going to do more videos? Are you going to do less videos? Are you giving up on the whole idea? I mean, what's happening with you guys? Are you going to be more creative this year? Are you going to be more organized in your creativity? Are you going to create new things? Are you a designer? I would just love to know what your creative life is like, because I really don't know much about my subbies, my friends' creative. I don't like the word subbies. What my creative friends' lives are like. I don't know much about your creativity. Or are you someone who just enjoys creative videos, but maybe you're not a paper crafter, but you crochet or you sew or you quilt, or, you know, what are you into? So I'd love to know what your favorite craft is. What are you doing these days? I know a lot of you worked on journals during the holidays, some with me. Some of you have done my projects, which I so totally appreciate and I love. I think it's awesome. I do see a few tiny bits of doily I think I'll drop on here. This is kind of a Mod Podge one. You'll see what I mean in just a minute. I didn't ink anything because we may end up putting the napkin over some of this. So, oof. Well, let's not glue there. Look what I made a mess there. Let me see. Where's my aha? Yucko. Let's see. Let me get one of my dry wet wipes. Yuck. All right. Well, my glue stick is soft. It's a new one, so it's kind of having to be careful here. Some of my plans for the new year are to get pieces into my shop on a more regular basis, to craft more regularly in general, to do more videos and craft. I would like to do some collaging and a little bit of art collage, but not necessarily on video, but at least I'll share them with you what I made. But I don't know if I'm actually gonna do them, you know, and film it. But anyway, that's one of my goals. I want to do some art collage. I have that background too. I started out in mixed media, multimedia, mixed media, way back when, 10 years ago maybe. So I have a lot of that stuff that's just sitting there, not getting anything done. My other goal this year, as you know, is to have fun and enjoy, to play, this is going to be my happy place. And the only things allowed in this room are happy thoughts and happy things. So that is going to be my goal for this year. Also, I want to get cleaned up and organized to start the year. So that's important to me. Oh, and And an announcement is that I did leave the Shabby Art Boutique design team as a regular featured designer as of December 21. But I will periodically do a guest design project here and there for Carrie Ann, because I just love the product and the paper so much. But I just, with my health, I couldn't commit the way I need to, the way she deserves. She deserves to have designers who can, you know, design for her every month. And I just never know with my health what's going to happen. So I didn't feel like it was fair to her to not fulfill my obligations, because I take that very seriously. I will continue to do design projects for Jill Design, which is Jolene, who is my daughter, because I don't have a timeline there. She doesn't care if I do a kit she made 6 months ago or a year ago. There's no rush with hers because there's no deadline or timeline there. So she's just happy to have, you know, having me make things with her digitals. So I will be continuing to do projects for her off and on as well, but mostly I just want to play. I just want to find projects that I want to create or recreate or I'm inspired by. So that's my goal for this year. So just lots of fun like this. I just want to do stuff like this. Now, I'm going to stay away from that. That is just full of glue. I'm actually going to fold it the other way because that glue is really... I didn't realize how soft it was, and I'm pushing down so hard on it, you know. I'm going to move that off to the side for a minute, and now I'm going to do the pen work. I'm going to decide what I want to put on there. My sleeves are bugging me because they're long. What am I doing? Wrong thing. I want the pen. Now, I haven't used this yet, so I need to see if it's wet. Now it is. Whoops, I might have got that a little too wet. You don't want to drown the paper. As you can see, I am leaning towards the blues a bit, so I guess it's time for me to do blue. And you just draw in here. And then you just gently, and I mean gently, pull that out. I will there's these little stamps here, and I want to keep them in. I hope you're seeing them. Trying to stay up here at the top of my screen today. Ooh, this is gorgeous. I have so for those of you who are new and don't know, I have a thing for roses, and especially pink roses. I grow them. I love them. My mom was a rose gal. She loved pink roses. My dad loved yellow roses. My Aunt Eleanor, as I was just talking about, was my inspiration for my rose gardens that I've had. I've always had roses at every home I've ever lived in, so I don't know how many I need for this. Let's start. Well, you know, I might as well just go ahead and do that one too, because I'm sure. Let me move that off to the side. What time is it? Let's see. What's my time? Oh, I've got a little while. Not too much longer, but I have some. I don't think I'm going to get to as many projects as I wanted today. Darn. But that's okay, because they'll be on Monday, right? Now it's like, do I put it over, or do I just try to fit them in here and there and then cover up some of that? I am going to get rid of some of the sharp edges here. I don't want those. So better keep that upright, or I'm going to have a really, I see I'm almost out of water. I wasn't paying attention to the water. Oh, no. I did not mean to rip that. So I'm going to put that there. Whoops. then when I cut these out, I may cut blind so that I don't see what I've got here. And I think that would be super fun because then, and maybe today you see me put it all together, and then our next video would be me cutting these out and actually using them. I think that's probably going to be, it won't be like a part 2, but it'll be a what I do with it. You know, am I going to put it on junk mail? What am I going to do with what I make from this today? So, looks like I don't have any glue up here. Boy, that's pretty. Okay, so then let's add, oh, I love this bouquet right here. And Gail says to put your 2 thumbs together. I don't have a lot of luck with that, but she's right, it does work. Eek, but I have glue on my thumb. Oh no, I ended up ripping my stamp. Bummer. All right. Yep, I like that there. I know this looked like just a hot mess here, but when it's done, I think it'll be pretty. We're keeping the background of the digital papers that we had left. This is kind of like scrap busting and digital busting and using it up and all those good things. Shopping your stash again, which I was inspired by Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodah for the Shop Your Stash, which is what I'm doing. Yes, I am adding a few new pieces here and there, little things that I don't already have, but I would like to have, that I'm always reaching for but don't have. I like that little stamp right there. There is a fold in that napkin. And wherever it doesn't stick, I'll go back with my art glitter glue because that works very well on the napkins as well. I'm going to put that up there. Or maybe right there. No, I like that there. I want to get rid of a little bit of this paper. Well, that took care of it. Pulled it right off for me. I'm going to have to watch the sticky on my hands because it'll ruin the napkins. Let's see, I said I was going to put that up there. I might not have done this the best way up here, but I haven't ever done this before. I will add some words too. Ooh, that's what I forgot. I was going to get some words to put on here to fill in the spaces. Maybe I'll do that next. Just grab some words to fill in. Grab some of Jolene's words, maybe. What am I looking for? Oh, my card. Oh, this is so fun, you guys. I hope you're grabbing some stuff and working along with me. Well, I definitely don't need all this paper around this edge for sure. Uh-oh, my pen's leaking. Whoops. I didn't put my cap on tight enough. I do have another set of these water pens, water brush. Well, they're the brush ones. This one came with my rulers and my tear ruler set. I know some of you are like, save that little piece. No, I don't want to. No. After a point, it's just, once the water hits it, it's kind of difficult to work with it. feel like I want something up there. I'll have to see what little flower I have that maybe could go up there. I really don't need to push down hard. This glue is mushy. I went from a really rock hard glue stick to one that is soft, and I am making a mess. A right sticky mess. I feel like this is a really quick way to just decoupage with your glue. And like I said, if it doesn't stick, I can either rip it off or glue it on with art glitter glue. And I've decided anything that's not down, I'm just going to rip off. All right. All right. Let's see if I have maybe one more. This one, would that fit up there? That kind of overlaps the other one. Not liking that, I can honestly say. So I'm going to let it dry. Maybe I'm going to use one of these. Let's see. This one, instead of ripping the whole thing off, I'm just going to cut a little bit off the napkin. Ugh. Well, that was a bad shoddy cutting job, as Tina would say. That was shoddy. And usually once you do that, yep, you've broken the layers. So off with your head. Off you go. Off with your head. And that is from Alice in Wonderland, so that YouTube doesn't think I'm being weird. Those little sound bots are liable to get me. They're liable to get me. Ooh, look at that. That's a layer. Look at that layer. It's actually, you could see the print. Ooh, that's quite cool. I actually like this layer. Wow, that's ultra thin. It could go in some of the spots where I don't have anything. Yeah, I think I'll put that there. Oh, it's even gluey there, so it's sticking already. Let me... And I don't care if it's wrinkly. I like that. Well, see, that layer actually came in handy without even using this top layer. I love this layer. I'll cut that off in just a minute. Well, these are fab. Okay, so I want to go... I meant to leave more of that on there, but that's okay. So let's do... Gotta watch my time here because I want to do a couple of other things before my time's up. Be really careful here because this is very thin. It's not even the top layer, it's that middle layer. It's the second one down. Okay, now I'm liking it. Now this over here, if I can cut it, I can use this little piece. Over here. All right, I like that over there. So that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in with this. And then I think I'm going to do some stamping and add some words. and I think this sheet will be good to go. So this is just a digital that I wasn't using. Wasn't ever going to see the light of day, but I spent the money to print it and the paper. And frankly, that's got to get used because that ink and paper is getting very, very expensive. And I do have the ink program, but even that, I notice I got a raise in price again, I think. Or it's just like the extra fees, you know, like tax and license kind of thing. Weird fees that they stuck on there. It's supposed to be like $24.99 for the amount I use, and it was $30-something. And I'm like, what? And I did not go over my plan this month, so I wasn't particularly happy to see that. So, I am looking to become an Amazon affiliate. I don't have it up yet, but so that you can see where I get things, and once we figure out how to do it, because I'm not sure how to do it, because I have to get my husband to do it. And, you know, I get a little bit if you purchase through my Amazon affiliate account, which will help offset some of the ink and paper prices. And I'm also thinking of adding coffee with me. So if you would like to support my channel so that I can keep doing videos and offset the cost of all the print and paper and ink and, you know, all the things that we use, glue, that we use as basic supplies. Because I have spent quite a bit these last few years, and I am pretty much at a point where if I want to keep doing this, I'm going to have to bring in some income somewhere. I also need to get things into my shop. So that's my goal this year, is to kind of monetize myself a little bit. I haven't monetized my YouTube channel yet. I'm hoping to not have to do that because I don't like commercials. I don't like to watch commercials, so I don't really want them on my channel if I can help it. Trying to stay away from that, but if I have to, I have to, you know. I want it to be about the crafting, and so that is where any monies that are given would go, is to support the channel. So I don't have it on there yet. Probably do the buy me a coffee thing because so many people really like that, and it's an inexpensive way to help your artists that you want to support keep going, keep doing their videos, and keep crafting. So, but I haven't done that yet. That's a future plan. And you would find that all in the drop-down box when, you know, in the description box later. I don't know if this is going to be, is this even open? But that's just for those of you who like to support the artists and their work. Is that even coming out? No. Well, I know the weather is playing havoc with everybody's glues. Everybody's having trouble with their glue. I mean, I didn't... Yeah, it's pretty thick, and there's a bubble. I may have to give up on this bottle and go for a different one. Yeah, this one is just too darn thick. Oh my goodness. I've never had this trouble so bad in the winter, but this has been colder. We've had such mild winters here in California for the last few years that now we're getting into a little bit heavier weather, colder. And so, all right. What else do we want to do? I think I'll put this on there, and then I'll call it done. I'm about to have to call it a video. I don't want to. I don't want to. I'm playing. I like this. I want to keep going. Oh, the hiccups. Oh, goodness. Probably from talking too much. Get too much air in my tummy. Chatty Cathy for the new year, aren't I? Oh, I don't really know what to say. I really don't. I know that I'm finding a new creativity I haven't had in years, and I'm really excited about it. And I think it's from all the other YouTubers watching their creativity has really sparked mine again in a new way. Alrighty. I'm gonna let that dry. There's a lot of pieces that look like they're not sticking down. And so what'll happen is I'll go back and I'll, you know, trim them off. Actually, that piece just was not even glued on. I'll add glue later if I need to. But I am gonna let that dry. It's pretty wet with, I know I didn't cover these little spots, but what I think I could do with the, oh great, look at, apparently there is a big bubble in there. A really big glue bubble. So I'm gonna put the lid on. Hopefully it stops it. I'm going to tap it down. Someone else said you should do that. So we did that. Hopefully that helps. Oh my goodness, that was a big glue bubble. Glue booger. It was a glue booger. So I think today we're prepping pages, and the next video will be what we do with them. I think that's how this will go. Let me, I have some, look what I brought along. Some postcards that I had ordered from a stationery store, a real stationery store. It's called Treasure Delights, etc. Treasure Delights, etc. on Etsy.com. And they print them for you. So I did white and this. And I thought these would make great, what do you want to call it? Backgrounds. I think this one, and I'm going to pre-ink these. I'm going to ink this because I want to use this in some journals. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink it first. I think I need to re-ink my pad. I use this so much. I'm wearing out the pad, I think. I'm probably going to have to order another one. But that's okay, because that just means I use my tools a lot. Then this one, I'm going to use the Distress Oxide in the Vintage Photo. I love the nice smooth finish of this. It works great on something that is craft colored. That's a craft color. All right, haphazard for sure. Let's see what we can do with these. Now this one, I would like a little bit of, well, you don't see that well. Let me see. I know I want a pretty rose. Yep, I want a pretty rose in one of the corners. Let me. I'm watching my time slip away, you guys. I'm having so much fun. I hope you're playing. You've gotten out your napkins. You could use tissue paper. You can use the kind that's printed, you know, that you use for wrapping presents or gifts. You can use vellum. Anything sheer that you could see through would be fun to do this with. I got my napkins everywhere, so don't ask me because I have no idea. I have them sent to me. As I said, these were all thank you gifts from people for purchases that I made from their Etsy shops. I know that there's a lovely napkin shop out of Canada. I'm trying to think of the name of it. Oh, it's not coming to me. If somebody knows, please put it in the comments for everyone, because I don't know the name of the napkin shop. It's in Canada, and she sells Truly All Supplies, I think it's called. Truly All Supplies, something like all Truly Supplies, Truly All Supplies. Look that up on Etsy and see if you can find it. But I think that is where, did I say that on one of these? Hold on, you guys, maybe I did. Maybe that's one. Yeah, that's the one. The one I said in the beginning. Truly Unique Shop. No, that was one from Ohio, but there's a Canada one that has a name similar to that. But just put in napkins, printed napkins, party napkins, entertaining napkins, something like that, and it should pop up on Etsy. I don't know about Amazon. I can honestly say I haven't ever bought any from Amazon, so I don't know. Gotta go right here. All right, here we go. Oh, isn't that pretty? Okay, so just a little piece of napkin like that is just gorgeous. And then you could do a cluster. You could write on it, add a stamp here, add a word, which we'll go back and do. So I'm going to put that over there. Now I need something on this craft cardstock. Oh, I love these teacups. Is there one here I think I could cut out that I would like? No. I saw something else that caught my eye, you guys. Where is it? Oh, is this one? Let's see what's here. Could do like a corner maybe. Oh my, this is lovely. Isn't this so lovely? I'm thinking if I did something that could like go in a corner. Yeah, right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my scissors initially, and I'm cutting through all the layers. I leave the layers while I'm doing that, because it's easier to cut the napkin that way. And then I'm going to separate my layers out. I don't know if there's one more. I got one off. Is there another one? Feels like there is. It doesn't feel very sheer. Oh, yep, there it is. Excuse my terrible nails. I have been crafting and had no time to do them. I plan to do them for the first, and well, you know. Best laid plans, right? So I kind of want something off to the side like this, and then I can just kind of cut it off. I think that's what I'll do. I'm also going to ink this just a bit to get it a little more vintagey. Vintagey, is that a word? It is now. To make it more vintage style. Goodness gracious. I will have to clean some of this glue off my scissors. I don't usually use these, but they're not too... Oh my gosh, everything's stuck to me. I have my pretty new shirt. Isn't that pretty? It's pretty. It's got all sparkles and all kinds of pretties on it. My new winter shirt. I don't buy new clothes very often. I keep my clothes forever. But I'm tired of looking at the same old thing every day, so... My husband treated me to a couple new tops because he said, honey, you need something new. I said, oh, honey, I have plenty of clothes. He says, I know, but what about something new? Meaning he was tired of looking at what I'm wearing. Bless the boy. Bless the man. I used to be such a clothes horse. Oh my gosh. I have a closet full of clothes. But not anymore. Not when you stay home and you're retired. You really don't need them. I like them. So in fact, I'm starting to wear everything that's in my closet now because I'm like, what am I saving this stuff for? I'm not working anymore and I'm not out in the public doing any volunteer work. I'm not doing anything because of Mr. COVID. So I'll get back out there again someday, hopefully. All right. Yeah, I always did a lot of, I'll have to start telling you stories about some of my volunteer work, some of the projects that I was involved in, fun things we did. So we have 2. We're gonna let those dry. And what's my time? Oh, you guys, I'm over. Okay, well, so this is, let me move some of these wonderful goodies that I have on my desk here. Let's put some things away. I'm gonna have to refill my water before I do any more projects. These my arms. I am gonna put this stuff away. I need to get that water pen filled. All right, I'm gonna take this mess off my desk. My lovely brayer. So here are some of the things that we did using digital papers. Now, the next time you see me, you're going to see what we do with these digital papers, you know, what we're going to make them into. And they should be all dry. They're sure wrinkly though. I love that. They didn't curl up though. They did not curl up. So next time you see me, we will do some things with what we did create with, and we'll make some fun ephemera out of them that we can use in our journals. I'm a stash building in my ephemera because I'm tired of having to make everything from scratch every single time I want to make something. So definitely feel the need to mass make and to build up my ephemera stash so I can just make journals and all kinds of fun things and drop the stuff into it. You know, it would make my life just so much easier if I could do that. So these are the pretties we made today. And then, like I said, the next time I see you, I will share with you anything else that I made when I went off camera. And then we'll come back and we'll do some project. We'll decorate these and get them ready to go into our ephemera box for the year because I'm building my stash. So we're going to call it Stash Builders. So, well, that's it, everyone. I hope you have a fabulous New Year's Day and you have some fun crafting time and that you get to relax, or in my case, you get to put away all of your Christmas this weekend. So you're ready to start your new year. I love you all. Thank you for coming along and watching and for being so consistent in your comments and your thumbs up and your likes, because they really, really help grow the channel. So thank you very much, everyone. Happy New Year. I love you all. Hugs and kisses. Bye-bye.